Okay, so here we have the third video for 1-2, adding integers, and we're going to look at this last little part about these tricks or these little shortcuts that you can use for adding integers here. Remember, you can always draw it out if you are stuck on something. I find that to be the best thing to do in most cases. Okay, so when you have same signs, what do you think we can do? So we had same signs right here with -4 plus -6. Let's think, what can we do? What can we think about doing with -4 and -6 to get that -10? Well, we obviously added 4 plus 6 to get 10. Well, not obviously maybe, but we added 4 plus 6 to get 10. And then we just kept those negatives the same. So when you're adding integers that have the same signs, all you need to do is add the numbers and keep the sign. So if you're adding -4 plus -9, those are same signs. 4 plus 9 would give me 13, and they're both negative, so my answer is going to be negative. You know, you go to the store, you spend $4, then you go to another store and you spend $9. You didn't magically gain $13. You spent $13 or are negative $13. And same thing with positive numbers, as you guys know, because excuse me, those aren't any different. 4 plus 9 is giving me that positive 13. Now it's the different signs where we can get a little tricky. When we had different signs here, notice, what did we do with 3 and 2 to get 1? What could we do with 12 and 7 to get 5? We subtracted those pieces. So when you're looking at different signs, when you're looking at adding integers or adding integers with different signs, what you're really actually doing to calculate that is you're actually subtracting. Oh, we'll just subtract. You subtract the numbers and keep the sign of the larger. And the reason I have larger in parentheses there, the reason I have larger in parentheses there is because a negative number can't be larger, can't be greater than a positive number, but we can have a larger amount of negatives than we can a positive. So when I say larger like that, I mean, you know, there's more negatives than positive if we're thinking about our little bubble situations. So let's look at this example right here, and then we'll call it a day. Okay, so -4 plus -12. So those are different signs, so I'm going to subtract them. So 12 minus 4 is 8. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. So 8, subtract, and keep the sign of the larger. So what do I have more here? If I were to draw this out, would I have more positives or would I have more negatives? I would have more negatives because there's 12 of them. So that means my answer is going to be -8 because there's more negatives left. Looking here at this example, and these ones you want to be careful with because these kind of examples always trick some people up. I've got -4 plus 4. Those are different signs, right? One is positive, this one over here, and this one's negative. So I'm subtracting them. 4 minus 4 is 0. Remember, that's how I do my zeros. I just put the line through it so you can tell the difference between the O's most of the time. And 0 doesn't have a positive or negative value, so we can just keep it as 0. One last little thing to talk about is just keep in mind that these rules apply for adding 2 integers at the same time. We really don't ever add 3 numbers at the same time. You always, add 2 first and then add the third one after. So 2 numbers at a time we're working at. All right, make sure you give those homework problems or practice problems a try for 1-2.